Is that my stream? I hope it's not me. My Wi-Fi has been bad, but my wired internet's okay. Do you have wired internet, or are you on Wi-Fi there? You're a computer guru, supposedly. Nedog. No excuses. Then did you ever meet Jay Massis? You know the other part of Sebado. I was just thinking about it. Seems like he'd be an interesting guy. I don't know why, I just thought about it today when I saw some music post. Because those guys were from... I mean, those guys went to school. They went to school in Amherst, right? He seems like he'd be an interesting person. Alright. Random question. It's time for random questions. I should be focusing on chess. And Nedog. Nedog. Why aren't you playing, bro? King h8. Knight c4. It's a little pressure on the e5 pawn. We're trying to keep pressure on e5. You're making sales calls? Oh my god. High pressure. I made my first political donation today of all time. The last presidential election, I became a registered Democrat for the first time. And now I made my first political donation today. I can't believe it. I didn't think I could be like convinced, to donate money, but if I can't do anything, I understand why we're donating money. Like you can't, in lieu of like going out and convincing people. What am I going to do? Go to my neighbor's house and tell them to put up a sign or something? I live in Budapest. The only way I can help to influence the results of the presidential election is like donate money. What the heck was that? Dude, Mule Skinner just redeemed an on-screen celebration. Oh no! They're Pikachus. Yeah, no, I mean they're bombarding out the text now, and normally I ignore it, but I thought, okay, let's maybe my $25 will make a difference. Probably not, but whatever, Alright, so Queen D7. Please support JD Vance. And don't let them eat your pets. On behalf of Noonien Singh, Khan Noonien Singh, and Donald Trump and Elon Musk, we're here to support eugenics. I donate money to Wikipedia too, Netta. Okay, but that's a separate thing. Yeah. That's a different thing. It's educational. You know what I like the best though, Netta? My favorite is Boston University asking me for money. That's a good one. I mean, maybe if I was like a billionaire, I could donate money to Boston University. You kidding me? I'm like the poorest alumnus. I am the poorest alumnus from Boston University of all time. Probably. One of the poorest. Hello, Dot. I must be one of the poorest alumni of Boston University of all time, dude. Boston University, Budapest chapter, alumni. Not happening, no. They always beg me for money. Sorry, you got the wrong guy. Sorry, your billion-dollar university, you know, multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar university doesn't need money from the likes of me. But stop distracting me, bro. Astrobate, Mr. Coffee, you made a giant me. How did you do that? Now, you need to play, because you're freaking distracting me. Alright, I just need to stop reading the chat. 5.3. I just can't believe the audacity of them to ask for my money. It's like one of the richest schools in the United States. They don't need money from me. I already paid them like an amazing amount of money. Why would I donate more money? That's crazy. That's seriously messed up, you know. Only 9. Uh-oh. Conspiracy. Knight G4. Well, that's a weird move. He got him in the Kramnik way. Knight G4. Muy interesante. The wait? The what? Okay, if I take on e6, you have to take with the queen. That seems a bit weird. d4 is possible, but I also have knight d5. No, I don't. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't know what to do. This is curious. Donations. Kramnik's not available. Oh no. What is he doing? Coaching the he's coaching the Uzbek team for the Title Tuesday? I mean, he must have important stuff there. He's analyzing people's blitz games for accuracy. Kramnik. Better call Kramnik. Damn, I don't like F5. I'm going to tell you now. I have a tiny advantage. It's not much. Wow, did I just blunder? I did. I could have just taken on e5. What the bleep? The bleep. That's weird. I could have taken on e5 and just like straight up won a pawn. It looks like. Wow, this is just getting annoying. This guy is annoying. He's definitely reminding me of someone. Wow. How much more solid could this guy be? So I did not play him before. 1700 in blitz. Wow. I don't know how you could be 1700 and be that solid. That is rather creepy. What am I supposed to do now? What? He makes almost instantaneous moves. This guy's supposed to be 1596 in bullet, 1700 in blitz, and the longer the time control, the better he gets. But the speed of his moves is extremely quick. Twitch bits. Twitch? A Twitch witch. His play is so fast. Okay, 5-second increment is a lot. What are we doing? Not getting crushed on the F file, hopefully. Though F3 weakens my king side. I could have traded queens. That's a draw. I didn't go for the queen exchange. It's got to be a draw. Just too easy to hold that rook ending. I have practically no winning chances there. Queen e6, rook e6, king f7. I mean, there's no way I'm beating any reasonable player there. But here, maybe. Here we won a pawn. First error. 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 Not easy though. Pawn up, queen ending. He traded queens. That's a split in bowling, right? That queenside majority is devastating. Now, a good player doesn't go into this king and pawn game. So he's a young player with no endgame knowledge. Very strong, but no endgame knowledge. There's no way you're trading queens there if you're experienced. Okay, we see a lot of that now. Players who can play competently, almost virtually master level, up through the middle game, and then they just go right straight into a lost endgame, like without any reason. He could have just not exchanged queens. But up until then, he played like a 2100 or better. It's unbelievable. It's online chess these days. You know, you're just shocked. He's holding the game until like move 38, and it's a draw. Well, actually, no. Okay, I mean he was down a pawn at that point, but it's not easy. Anyway, all right, back to tournament. So I had the last game, as usual. That's what we do here, play long games. But it wasn't boring. Twitch bits. What? Tell BU that you donated $100,000 and want a building named after you. Just leave out that you donated in foreign. Huh. Yeah, let's see. There's 300 and... Right now the exchange rate is about 360 forints to a dollar. Mr. Coffee, are you in? Are you in? You've been... Oh, Princess Chess came and said hi. That was a new player we haven't seen in a while. Unfortunately, she's not playing. Iron's in first place. Noah Deep Veratu, me, Sexet Draw, Mule Skinner, Pirat. Gu is here. Stefano's here. A total of 15 players so far. You're here in spirit. So 100k Hungarian. Yeah, 275. Right. Yeah, I should have known that. That's my standard like cash. That's my cash buy-in. That's my first buy-in to a low to mid stakes poker game. On Saturday I bought in for 200. That's $550. Depends on the game. No, if I go to take out money from the ATM, the maximum withdrawal is usually 100k. So I have to take out. So I have to take out like how much to call. Huh. I lost this huge pot on Saturday. The only big pot I played. It was 240,000. Three-way all in, and I got my opponents to run it 3 times because I was not far behind. and I didn't win one board, sadly. I think I told the story on Sunday. But everybody plays pretty deep stacked. The blinds aren't that big. Alright. Jeroen, Nosferatu, Deep Wolverine. If I just won a third of the pot, I would have been up like hundreds of dollars for the night. I don't keep track of how much I'm up in poker. I used to sort of try, but when I was playing in tournaments and stuff, I don't even attempt to do that anymore. Well, I mean, when you're doing it for full time, I mean, it makes sense. But if I'm happy just to know that I'm not broke. Oh man. Speaking of online gaming, I saw in the UK they're really, some legislators are really worried that like online gambling is out of control there. It's like a huge industry. There's so many people who are like broke and destitute. They like lose what little of their money they have. I have friends like that. It's really sad. Bet365. The gaming industry in the UK the online gaming industry is out of control. I used to play poker on one of their sites, but I never really liked it. It was always very poorly run. William Hill, that's a common site. I wouldn't recommend playing online or gambling online. Mostly betting, though. It's really sad, the people that like gamble all their money. I have this colleague who's, I think his wife just left him because he's just a compulsive gambler. Colleague, well, not really a colleague, but I don't know what to call him. Fellow poker player who's really sad. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. Combining everything, I've got knight h6, c5, a5. I think this is a bit much. I don't really trust my setup. This is the idea to go bishop a6, but normally we would do that with the knight on f6. I just wanted to say that it seems like the UK particularly has a problem. We have it here too, with people gambling. The Hungarian government tries to... You like playing online blackjack and chatting with live dealers? Online live dealers. Online poker is sketchy enough. I would never, ever... I mean, sport betting is something that's at least, like, the same as if you bet at a bookmaker in Vegas or something. But the casino games online, man, that's so sketchy. I can't imagine. I know this guy who is like a billionaire architect, and he has a serious gambling problem, and he gambles online. Like, he has like he has like hundreds of thousands of dollars in his like online gambling account in Hungarian forints. It's really scary. I mean, the guy, 1 million forints is like $2,700. Yeah, like Sax draw $275. So 1 million forints is like $2,750. This guy like routinely bets like, I don't know, like 10 million forints on roulette games and stuff. That's insane. The biggest problem with online gambling is like there's no regulation. There's literally no way to know if it's legit or not. If it's such a small amount, like Mr. Coffee's talking about, yeah, fine. It's just, I mean, dude, people are getting robbed a lot more on like Roblox. The average kid is getting ripped off more in your typical Roblox game than 50 cents a hand for online blackjack. But man, I can't believe that people put serious money in online roulette or online casino gambling. Is just insane. Oh, you know what? We saw I saw an article. There was on the Isle of Man. They closed an office. Some Chinese like gambling company. This is like a couple weeks ago, like a month ago. I think I talked about it on the stream. They have like Chinese online gambling sites that are set up like an abroad, license in the Isle of Man. Good old poker stars. Wow, you can see them, people betting like 5K. But that's some American, that's an American site. If you can play in it, right? Jesus. Yeah, this guy's crazy, man. He plays roulette and he wins and loses like millions and millions of florins, like in one session of online roulette. I mean, that's insane. So the tables are limited by stakes. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Jeroen. We had a very difficult opening, the Stonewall attack, or Stonewall Dutch in reverse. And he has so much space, I think he's okay here, right? This knight on b5. The typical e5 square. I can take that away from him. I mean, I am threatening to go into e4. This is not a problem. We will go in. See, the e4 square is permanent, but e5 is not. Okay, so it's a Pennsylvania like gambling site. Wow, it's the gross stuff again on my coffee cup. What is that, dude? What is on my coffee cup? Some kind of schmegma from my oven. Gross. Anyway, I'm getting distracted, Mr. Coffee. It's good to have you here. It's good to see Nadog. And when I see you guys I haven't seen in a while, I start getting distracted from the chess. But that's bad. I have the World Senior in 5.5 weeks. And this is my only chess. I have no tournament games. I'm not playing the Hungarian Team Championship. I have no tournaments, no tournament games before the World Senior. So here with you guys is going to be my only practice. Get out of my house. So what's happening in Florida, by the way? Oh, they have, okay. What's happening in Florida, Mr. Coffee? You have relatives there? What about your family, man? Big hurricane. Record hurricane coming. Hurricane Milton Bradley. Scary. I have multiple friends who live in Tampa, and they just got over Hurricane Helene. I wouldn't live in Florida just because the Orange Man lives there. Why do hurricanes never hit Mar-a-Lago? You know what I mean? Did Trump like calculate he's got like the safest like location in Florida or what? Why does Mar-a-Lago never get blown away? You know? How come like Trump's like properties never get like destroyed or whatever? It's really annoying. Oh, it is supposed to cross through the middle of the state? Mar-a-Lardo. I didn't understand where that is exactly. I thought it was further south. I have very bad red state geography. Texas, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, All the red states I have like terrible knowledge of geographically. I've been to Orlando. Orlando is in the crosshairs, although, you know, you'd think like that would be one of the safer places. At least you don't get storm surge. I mean, the most deadly thing is the storm surge. They said they'd have like 75-mile-an-hour winds even in Orlando, but this is supposed to be very rare because the hurricane is going to hit with a massive magnitude from the west, and that doesn't normally happen like that, right? What am I going to do? That stupid knight on b5 keeps me from getting my knight to this square. This is really pissing me off, man. What am I going to do? Seriously. The knight on b5 messing me up by controlling this square. Knight g3 with the pawn and a rook for 2 knights in this position. That'd be a pretty crazy thing to do. All of his pieces would be bad though. Knight d6. Man, this sucks. And I can't maintain control of e4. How the heck do I control e4? Keep e4 protected. This is crazy. What am I going to do? When in doubt, take on f2? That's stupid. Can't believe I'm doing this. Taking on f2, I have nothing. Total fail. See, this is why you don't put your knight on h6 and then do this like bishop a6. It's all unconnected. And I don't have enough, this is the point, I don't have enough control of e4. So at this point, like Mr. Euron is threatening essentially to break the middle with e4. Now I could like take on b4 and get a protected passer. It's not without risk, but let's do it. I'll take the protected passer for. I'll take the protected passer for $5, Bob. How long will it be a protected passer? Ever and ever and ever. Damn it, dude. Wait, this makes sense. I have this now. Wait a second. We're onto something. I'm threatening control of e4. There are some issues, though. That's one of them. Wow, what a crazy position. Oh no. Damn it. I can't defend the c4 pawn in advance. If I could, knight takes d5 would lose a piece. Oh, this sucks. Wait, there's a way to do it. Oh no, I hung my d5 pawn. Please don't take my d5 pawn. Please don't take it. Trump, who denies climate change, lives in Florida. Did you guys hear the latest news? They said that when COVID started and they first invented the vaccines, Trump immediately sent like vaccines to Vladimir Putin for his personal use. This is, anyway, according to a congressional, according to a Trump aide. Isn't that crazy? Now what do I do? Now I lose. I have forever knight. I'm sacrificing a pawn to get forever knight. Good old Vladimir Putin. Got to make sure he's the first one to get access to precious COVID vaccines, because, you know, vaccines are really, you know, they're not trustworthy or good for you. All the anti-vaxxers who supported Trump secretly sending anti-COVID vaccines to Vladimir Putin in 2020. Wow, that's surprising. All right, we've got tactics here. Rook takes d4. Knight takes f2. What am I down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm only down what? 1 pawn. This is absolutely brilliant. Do I want to give up my monster knight and then sack on d4? Well, it's certainly worth a consideration. But maybe not just yet. We can prepare it. Somebody wants to play knight takes c4. Not today. I can, you know, I'm not gonna let you just take twice on c4. Absolutely. Okay. g4. You're asking for it. I have to have a strong attack here. Come on, give me a sacrifice on the pawn chain. Rook takes d4. Knight f2. Yeah, I have a really strong attack here. I mean, this has to be something. Just do it. It's like Nike. I am just doing it. You have queen takes? Queen cakes. Queen cakes. Yeah, this is unclear. You take with the queen. This is a funny game. Wow. A lot going on, you know, that the Wizard of Oz wouldn't be able to figure out. If it wasn't behind the curtain. That's kind of what we wanted. And now, I don't know, it looks like a very, very strong attack. Maybe it's not enough. Is it really not enough? Yeah, I thought I thought you would see it your way. Rook f4, check. Takes, queen takes, check. Not enough. Not enough. I have to draw. No. No way. Position is too scary. We need a tactic again. Bishop d4. Wow. Yikes. Okay, I'm scared. I am officially scared. Wow. I guess queen c6 would have been better there. Duh. Crazy. Ern is really on monster level today. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on there. Whoops. He's playing on monster level. Yeah, sorry about all those cheaters. I'm just kidding. Mule Skinner, he's not as paranoid as me or Shockey. But in this time control, hopefully nobody's cheating. Wow. Actually, increment is worse in a lot of cases when you're playing just like randoms. Can you stop checking me, please? Jesus, how is he so fast? And I never have any kind of tactic. Alright, things are changing here. I don't want to give you that pawn. Haven't we been here before? Whoa, another check. I've never seen you ruin this fast before. Damn. This is crazy. Chucky. Chia. Chia. Pet. Chia. Isn't that? No. David Bowie didn't sing that. Stutter, stop. Stutter and stop. Stutter and stop. Stutter, stop. Jesus, dude. This is crazy. My God, bro. The draw for... Are you sure Nefedov isn't like playing on Jeroen's account or something? He got the Nefedov thing going on. Offering draws. Playing like he's 2100. Been impossible to kill him here. Keeps starting to win on time. This game has been horrible. Painful. Nefedov's there lurking. Lurking. The lurker. He's a lurker. And there's no checks. Look at that. Did I hang my queen yet? Whoa, another check. He's a lurker. Lurker B. Lurker B, Scotland. Please don't take my bishop. Oh no. Stalemate. Stalemate. It's not stalemate. Oh my God. What a game, man. Look at this game. He was alright there at some point. He was winning at some point too. He was winning. What a game. My God. But there are very few points where this was a draw. I was either winning, lost, winning, lost, winning. And for a little while, it was like equal. Chessman 5766. Man, tough game. Bird Addict. Seven accuracies, 6 mistakes, 5 blunders. Against 6 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, and 6 blunders. So I beat you on blunders. But overall, inaccuracies, you had a total of 18 to my 14. So, we had a total of what? 18 out of 64. It's like almost 1/3 of his moves were inaccuracies, and only like 1/4 of my moves were inaccuracies, something like that. Or worse. Yeah, it was a quality game. That's what we're aiming for here. GSB. Wow, I got another join request. You guys, anybody paying attention last stream when I had this like simul analysis? And after the simul analysis, some troll immediately started with the, if you're going to allude to someone cheating, just come out and say it. And I immediately like banned them. But it hit me that had a very strong Bob feeling to it, didn't it? That sounds like something Bob would say. I think I just banned Bob again. Oh, Mule Skinner wins 2 games and then he's leaving. Leave while you're ahead. Quit while you're ahead. Absolutely. So I had a very unconvincing game against Jeroen. I want to have a quick look at our opening. Chris Beaumont. He played in the World Senior Teams. A5 was a TN. Alright, anyway. We're back. Back. 2. 1. Sack draw. There he is. FW, you should be playing. Good time control. I'm gonna have to get out my cough medicine. The Palinka almost ate my esophagus though last time. Wow, Sack Charles playing the Aliakim. What? What? Nefidov favorite variation. The full pawns attack. Bloody bad. What is this? Boy, that's that's horrible. Yeah, I don't need to take that to have a good position, you know. Oh, tired of coughing. I totally don't need to take that. Fine. Play B5. I wouldn't even, I'll just whatever. I'll just develop. What's the trap? I don't care about the stupid pawn on b5. Yo, good. Like, okay, your knight on d5 is secured. But that's fine. It's blocking your bishop on b7. You know, it looks like something I would do in the Kraken. But I think that white has a very nice advantage here. Probably a4 rather than c4. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm a little skeptical. I really should take the pawn. This is an unsound gambit at this point that we're talking about. Now, basically, c3, pawn takes, queen takes. But is c3 even a good move? I kind of doubt it, you know. C3 is slow and weakening. Nah, I'm going to pass on that. I don't know, sax-like draw is, you're playing like this is, I don't get it, dude. I don't really get it. Like, this would be more appropriate in the arena. I could see playing this in the arena with sudden death time control. But why are you playing the dubious opening now in the better time control? It seems like legit. Sort of legit dubious. Okay, have fun. Do what you want. I like to play the St. George. I like to play a lot of dubious stuff. Here we go. Cheers. It will dissolve my esophagus but reduce my coughing. So you can choose like digestion or respiration, but not both. I already ate today anyway, so the important thing is that I can breathe. I can live with indigestion. And my stomach's not empty. Alright. I didn't really see. There it is. Really helped, huh? I haven't seen sax-like draw playing straight up dubious stuff before. I need to get my pieces developed. C3 is still not that stupid. A3 is very slow. I think I should make a good, solid developing move at some point. You're threatening like knight to c6. And I need my light square bishop. Yeah, maybe this isn't so stupid after all. It keeps you off of b4. I'm gonna keep my light square bishop. I'm not gonna be like taking any knights with it. And yeah. Now I think we want to consider maybe queen g4, queen e4. I'm not afraid of ghosts. There was somebody put a meme on Facebook I saw yesterday. Well, it wasn't just anybody. George Takei posted his account, you know, Sulu, and somebody in the UK had found some kind of goat butter. It was a photo of like goat butter for sale on the shelf in some UK store. And then the people, these stupid trolls, put like, who's afraid of, ain't afraid of no. On the box, it was like, Mr. Coffee might appreciate it. We ain't afraid of no goat butter. We ain't afraid of no goats. Or something like that. Really funny. Get it? Goat butter and Ghostbusters. Something to that effect. Alright, very stupid. Thank you, George Takei, aka Mr. Sulu. Goat butter. Look, my queen has to relocate. What won't I do for a free pawn? I don't know what's up with sax-like draw. He never played such maniac style in the opening. I mean, this looks like a great opening for 3-0, you know? But I would rather play the St. George. No square for my knights. Knight. My other knight. Black is really in trouble here. Okay. Knight a3. How do I do that? I can't. Strange. I have no way to get my pieces developed. That's really kind of irritating. Alright. Let's reset, shall we? Possible b4, b5. b4, b5. I like b4. b4, maybe a4. But I can't play knight a3 yet. And I can't allow knight f4. So now what I can do, I know what I can do and what I can't do. Kendo. Greek gift sacrifice. Now that's a Greek gift sacrifice. Chop, chop, chop. That has to be at least interesting. Wow. Check. Doesn't feel like I have a lot of development. Check, check. Check, check. King g6. Yeah, we gotta do this. What? Alright, so this should be good. There's many ways to skin the proverbial cat. Queen g4. Queen e4. Queen d3 check. Queen d3 check. Situation is not that clear. I have an idea though. Let's get my piece back. I'll get my piece back. And I'll settle for that. This is no time to start thinking, bro. Thanks to the donation from Sexac Draw. 606. Nedog still hasn't pulled a 666. But he has made a lot of $69 donations. We need a really rich donor to go with the 666. Maybe for Halloween, Nedog, what do you think? So, there seems to be no mate. But who needs a mate? When we got a bishop instead. Now let's just check this. At bishop g5, check. In between move, but developing. You know, that might be something that you want to consider. Because why not? It's doable. Wow. No sexual favors required. I had this friend of mine, like, I don't think, yeah, you haven't been here for a couple streams, but he's like, out of the blue, contacts me on Messenger, and he's like, do you Zoom? Now, this King f7, actually, that's a little bit different than, I didn't see that, okay? What is this do you Zoom thing? I mean, that's so, like, 2000. I was like, what is he inviting me to? Some kind of, like, you know, dirty chat? I thought it was like somebody, like, got their account hacked or something. People are always getting their accounts hacked on, like, Facebook, and then, like, apologizing and being like, oh, if you see that account with my name on it, you know, I got hacked. I think I had to use Zoom calls once. But I don't think that people, like, do Zoom just for fun, you know. It's not like a recreational. It's so American, too. Best square for the queen. I have g3 and d4. We have to watch though. Maybe g3 is better. Well, it hangs my knight, but I get his knight. So it's a knight trade. The knight trade. Why not? Yeah, sex control. I didn't know you were like an absolute crazy maniac. Why play like that against me today? In this time control in a Swiss. With, a draw with black would be tied for first. He goes completely nuts. It's a system. Your family does a Zoom call every Thursday night? I did like a paid speaking bit through Zoom like 2 years ago. It's not really that common here. Seems like people use like Google and other apps more. Okay, I need to develop my pieces now. He's down 2 pawns. And we have ops colored bishops. Mix off teams? I don't know that. That's for work. Teams. Timu. It's like he's trying to flag me. You know what's a catchy name? Lunchables. Chessable. There was something else recently. True Me. There's this company like advertising like these things that grow, like these sets that grow mushrooms. They're called Shrew Me. Okay, Shrew Me. That'd be like a cool name for like a lawyer website for like personal injury law. Instead of Shrew Me, it's like Sue Me. Instead of Sue Me, it's Shrew Me. He's straight up like playing for time. So Shrew Me. I said mushrooms like near my phone once, and ever since then I'm just continuously getting these ads for it. Yeah. That's not happening. Oh shit, this isn't what I intended to do. I wanted to take with the pawn and then take with, yeah, I meant to do this the other way, but it's fine. Yeah, whatever. We'll work it out. This reminded me of, like, training games against one of my students. Jesus, dude. He always, like, saves really bad positions. Talk about maniac style. My God. Holy shit. You can do that? That's insane, bro. And I'm lost now? Whoa. That was convenient. Good thing I saw that move. He sure saw that fast. Interesting. So you trolled me with a bad opening and then easily took me out in the end. Interesting. From -2 to winning in like 3 moves based on the time pressure he has me in. Wow. That's interesting. I'm still okay here, but rook there loses. I totally didn't see like bishop e4. Quite interesting. Actually, I intended to play pawn takes. This was the original plan, but I didn't see this either. You're totally winning there. That's pretty dis, man. I mean, to play this kind of opening against me and then beat me, crush me, you know. That's like totally like disrespectful. Wow. This is crazy. I mean, do you normally play chess like that? For real? You seriously play chess like this? That's really bizarre, man. To play chess like that, to be honest. That's really, really weird. It's a very strange game, to be perfectly honest. If I saw someone play games like this, and then I look at your account, and your stats are like Bullet 2100, Blitz 2240, I don't know how, dude. I mean, that's the kind of game that someone who's like 2500 in Bullet, 2600 in Bullet plays. But I mean, you're playing like you're a speed player. You're playing this whole game like your whole game is based on speed and tactics. You would be higher in Bullet and Blitz there, you know. Your entire game is based on speed and tactics, but that doesn't like shake out with your ratings, you know. That's very weird. Your ratings look like that of a real player, but your play is that of like a Blitz. You were fast from the beginning. I mean, what do you mean? Like, you were playing fast the whole game. It was like consistently. That's not. That's a gambit. That's an opening. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Well, that's pretty disrespectful. I wouldn't waste a game like that, you know, honestly, if I had a chance to play a good player. But, alright. That's the most disgusting game I've lost in a very long time. Very strange, dude. I mean, I don't know how you can play like that in a serious time control. It's like 7 + 5. You have a chance to play a good player, play a real game, and you play this crap. I mean, I don't know why you would do that. I'd save that for the 10-0 arena or something, and Berserk, but that sucks. That really sucks. I mean, the whole point of this tournament is to try to play like some quality games. And you're like, but I just don't understand people's goals, you know. We have a chance to play some quality games here. It's really dis to play that. I mean, wow. Okay, dude. You might as well play like 1H5 or something. I do that when I want to like insult people. Once Kirill Gergiev played like e4, c6, d4, b5 against me, and I was kind of dissed, but he's like a 2700, former 2700, so I didn't really take it badly, but this is like kind of showing off, you know. Whatever, I'm not happy, but I mean, you're just too fast for me, you know. You never let the game slip beyond like reasonable amount, you know. If you never drop below 2 on the, basically you're okay, you know. If as long as you don't drop below 2 on evaluation, the worst you got even with the Greek gift sacrifice was negative 2.4. I think you're fine. You had 93% accuracy. Check this out. He had 93% accuracy in that game, although a lost position. And you had me ahead on the clock the whole time. It was pretty weird, dude, to be honest. But whatever, I'm just salty because I lost. I think it's just whatever. It's pretty strange. Chess changes the mind, right, Asterbate? Anyway, well, that was disappointing. I guess Sac Draw going to win the tournament. I predict he's 7-0. If I lose like that to that gambit and you play 93% sent upon loss, I think everybody's pretty much done. You've been trying to play more dynamically, and obviously I'm worse at it. What do you mean? You totally played better than me. I'm just completely shocked by the opening, you know. You had 93%, you're 93% accuracy. That's extremely high. That's very good for that time control. That's shockingly good. You never ever had a complete lost position. Whatever. Alright, Asterbate. Alright, dude. No berserking. Just doesn't seem right. I don't know. Something weird about that game. Such a high accuracy for someone who was supposedly lost or thought they were lost. It doesn't really make sense, you know. I'm just paranoid. I've seen some weird things on the internet. So when I lose weird games, I think everybody's suspicious. But Sac Draw, we've played enough high quality games. We've hardly played any games at all. You know, most of the people here on my stream, I've played like 400 games against. 300 games. 400 games. A lot of these people that you're playing with in this tournament, I've played 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 games with. That's a lot of games. I've played a handful of games with you. Really. Not a lot of high quality games. In fact, at all. You know, we've hardly played at all. Like less than 20 games or something. I mean, that's just getting started. But whatever, man. I don't like losing. Something about that game is really weird. What the heck is that, Astrobate? You're sacrificing a pawn with c5. You know, what I sense about the game that's weird, you know, is how confident you are. Yet you say you think you're lost, you know? Black's play shows a lot of confidence. And yet you're saying you know, you're playing fast because you think you're lost or something. It doesn't really make sense, you know? I would be like depressed, or you know, most people tend to make more mistakes when they think I have a lost position. I'll let it go. But it's just weird. You handicapped yourself massively in opening with a 1.5 deficit. You're basically giving me 1.5 CPL odds in the opening and then playing a perfect game after that. That's what you see there, essentially. So you beat me, you give me odds, and you beat me on time too, you know. It's interesting. You give me like position odds, play faster than me, and play perfectly, all in the same game. Except for the gambit opening, that was, you know, your only mistake. That's creepy. But I created this particular time control to try to play, because we did like arenas for the last 2 months, and I wanted to try to play decent chess. But obviously I'm going to be facing that gambit, you know, in a lot of important games coming up. Better just play the London or the Boulder or something. You could beat Magnus with that gambit if you played perfectly, to be honest. Never under 2 cent upon loss. It's not that bad. I have nothing with these like weird openings or dubious gambit openings, but why now? Astrobate. That's something you can play in bullet or you know, a 3-0, meaningless 3-0 game. And you get a chance to play a good player. I don't understand. Like, that's why I was pissed when Kirill Gergiev played the crap against me. I had one chance in my life to play Kirill Gergiev, and the guy fucking plays like d4, c6, e4, b5 against me. I just wanted to just resign right there, you know. Like, I get a chance to play a great player, and he fucking ruins it by playing this garbage, you know? Like, that sucks. Okay, I'm nobody to Kirill Gergiev, so he doesn't care, but I was disappointed. It was the only time I got to play him in Blitz. Astrobate with the crazy c5. Why would you do that? Oh man. Oh, Astrobate. Astrobate, you have been changing yourself lately. I'm worried about you, man. You know? I'll continue my tilt meltdown, but Astrobate hasn't been the same lately. It seems like he hasn't been the same. He hasn't been focused. Hasn't been is there. Is everything okay, Astrobate? You're not distracted? Okay in life? Though, like the simul games lately, you oftentimes resign very early. Alright. Sextitron is playing against Goo. Who else? Gu is 2.5. I keep waiting to see if people are berserking or not, but Gu's openings are a little dodgy. There's really no compensation for black not having his white square bishop here. He's up no pawns. So it's like a Dutch where knight e6 happened and white just has a clear positional advantage. It looks like black is nearly lost. Nearly lost. You drop f5, you might as well just resign right now. You can't drop f5 for nothing. Astrobate, you lately we'll talk, but you seem like you're not as concentrated as you were, and your rating's gone down. I'm worried about you. You need to be more focused. Alright, Gu from Hungary. The thing about Gu that strikes me is that they feel like a very self-taught kind of player. So he doesn't play like theoretical openings much. Sex at draw seems like they have better sort of training, so to speak, making him a favorite here. You know, what was this, a Dutch? It was actually a King's Indian. English. See, that's a coffee house move. That's a self-taught player type of move. Knight d7. You know, he gets in inferior position in the opening because he doesn't know theory, and then he tries to battle his way out. This is very dubious. Bad Benoni. And tries to fight back with a reasonable position. Actually, it's not that bad. He played f5, it looks like, too early. He allowed white this very problematic knight g5, knight e6. You can't do that. Black almost certainly has to play h6 to try to stop it. Yeah. I wonder. Thousands of cheaters having no, Astrobate, stop. You mean that's why you're not playing as well? You think that's like it's caused you to be like depressed and less motivated? Because if you sincerely believe that, I accept that as an answer. You know, you think the cheaters have, or the possibility of cheaters have made you like like lose your motivation or something? Because I felt like your game hasn't been the same lately. In the last 6 months, you've gone downhill. But I find that a lot of the time, when you think something is a problem, the problem is you. You know, and it can be the same thing. I'm raging about my game, losing to sex like draw. Maybe the problem is with me. Maybe the problem's not with him, not with the way he played the game, not with the game, but the problem's with me. Could it be me? Yes. Could be. But in reality, it's probably a combination of both, you know. The truth is, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. But the truth is, like, it's a combination of both. Like, you've changed your attitude, you're not playing as well, you're not as concentrated, and there are a lot of cheaters too, but it's not just about the fact that there's cheaters. You're not playing as well as you were. Alright, let's take a look at another game. Let's see where this is at, actually. F5 went with no compensation. No, I think, honestly, okay, Gu played e4, which is probably, I don't know if he has a good move. After this, I think he had to try knight g4. It's probably bad. Takes. I mean, it looks bad anyway. Knight g4, bishop g4, f g4, queen g4, knight f6. White is... Well, white has a clearly better structure. Looks good. This is interesting. White has the two bishops. I wouldn't care about that rook. And Gu's right. He's right to sacrifice that rook. In some sense, but I don't think he has enough. You know, giving up that rook is a viable idea. I don't think he's gonna get enough here. Alright, who can stop Sextech draw? Bright Eyes is 2-0. The mysterious Bright Eyes. Neil Skinner's gone. Asterbate. Jeroen has potential. He lost to Bright Eyes. Nos has some potential. Somebody got a forfeit when... Oh, Pirate left the tournament. See, I told you guys not to do that. I'll have to scroll up and write this in again. Pirate didn't... See, this got... See, I hate that. My warning to remember... To remember. I didn't spell it right. Remember. Remember. Alright, remember to withdraw if you need to go. Guys, we're up to 1841. Thanks to Saxac Draw's donation of 606. Any gift subs would be appreciated. We had a gift sub earlier from Asterbate, the first of the week. For Princess Chess. Saxac Draw. Gu is down to 16 seconds. He's a pretty good blitz player. He's got a nice center. And if white didn't have the e6 pawn, I would say black has chances. We got to round up that pawn now. Ooh. It's not rounded up yet. Yeah, that's a brutal move. He has to blockade with the queen. The queen is the best blockader. Black is lost. Queen c2, very simple move. Here I was looking at queen a4. No need to go out there and drop your queen. Much better to play queen c2. That's the most accurate. Yeah, I don't want to see the end of this. This is going to be ugly. Okay, so Mule Skinner left. Jeroen's still in. Notice is in. Chessman is playing. Chessman 5766. This is a draw. Hate to be a spoiler, but it seems like kind of unfair, doesn't it? Could black, you know, maybe black could try to win, but could black try to win somehow? You know, playing, yeah. I guess, like, how can we try to win? Maybe c5? c5, yeah. But he can only go so far. You know, he probably can't make progress. Get the c5, king over to c6, and push. White doesn't have to allow that, though. If c5, king b5, king d5, I don't know. Actually, that's a little tricky. c5, maybe white shouldn't play that, but white needs a waiting move. It doesn't have a lot of waiting moves. Yeah, black should try c5. There's some danger. Maybe... I think c5 definitely. There's some practical chance there. Chessman using a lot of time. Too much time. Kelmax with one game. Got a total... What about Nefedov? Nefedov's playing. Nefedov got a bye. Oh no. I hope I play Nefedov. Now, Nefedov will give me a quality game. He's not going to play nonsense. He's not going to spot me like +2 CPL and then flag me. Well, I flagged myself. I mean, essentially, I used all my time. It wasn't easy. That's why. Okay, so check this out. C5, C4, check. Now, King C3. Is there any chance White could get another passed pawn? If, like, King D5, take H4, the situation could be very, very tricky. Take, he took himself. Okay, well, that's a safe thing to do, I guess. So now King D5. I think H5 is okay. Only black can win, obviously black's up a pawn here. If King D5, next, let's say H4, King D5. King B4, King D4, E6, C3, E7, C2, Queen, Queen, and we would win the Queen there with a series of checks. I see T's. Hi, it looks like the classical Mexican standoff, but black has a space advantage and a pawn. You know, there could be some freaky. Could be some freaky win. There shouldn't be. You're right. It should be a draw. Well, what's White supposed to play? If King B4, it gets scary after King D4, E6, C3. E7, C2, E8, Queen, C1, Queen. Queen. Yeah, actually, that's unclear, right? No, but it's, you could get mated with the two pawns, you know. Black has two pawns. So he's playing for a win here. B4 now. We're not close enough. ICTs is right. Yeah, we need another rank for this to work. The classic kind of mate with the two pawns. No, okay. C3 is a good try, but it's not going to work. He has just like King D3. Okay, King C3, King D3. Actually, King C3, King D3, or C3, King D3, King C5, King C2, C4, King C4, E6, B3 check. You know, you have to calculate. It gets a little tricky. See, now we're going to play King C2, King C4, E6, B3 check. B3 check, King B1. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can do it, because White's pretty fast. Now, if those pawns were like one rank back, I think White would be lost. You need just a little bit more here. The pawns were held on like on F3 and E4. Let's see. White needs two moves to Queen. We could get a Queen ending. King D3. Yes. E7, B2 check. King B1. C2 check. King B2. King D2. Queen, Queen check. So it's going to be like a double Queen ending. Or a Queen ending. See, I figured something like this was likely to happen. Now you have a Queen ending and black is better. It may still be a draw. Black has good king position, which is very important in this type of ending. Wow. Oh, now we got another queen. This will be the third queens. Take, F5. You gotta be kidding me. Did he calculate that? Oh my god, the third queen. Now it's a draw. That's the problem, though. Chessman went right into a draw there. He shouldn't have done Queen E4 check. Now it's a big fat draw. The rook pawn is the worst pawn. You know, This is definitely a draw. He shouldn't have done that. He just like played it instantly, just assuming he was winning. He might have had chances there. Actually, yeah, white has to be careful, like king e4, queen e3 check. Have to go back to d5. But the rook pawn is almost never a win in this kind of ending. Okay, this is the current position. Sorry. King is way out in Zimbabwe now, so we can't stop the pawn. That's not very pleasant. We have no checks. Look at this queen. Oh, we do have a check. Oh no. Oh no. My God. Stefano's gonna lose. Wow. Ugh. End games, guys. Sack check draw 1 again. Who's gonna stop him? Maybe Bright Eyes. Bright Eyes or Chess Man. I'll probably play, you know, one of the other three. And the Ruin's still around. Noah's still around. Nefedov's hanging around. We've got 3 rounds left. Stefano, Pirate, Deep Wolverine. Doper Chess has followed. I knew this master named David Roper, but I never heard of Doper. Dopey Chess. Dope Chess. Man, I drank some Palinka to cure my cough, but now I'm gonna be like being intoxicated soon. You gotta be careful. It's addictive. Avoid that addictive stuff, guys. Alcohol, drugs, Zoom calls, TikTok videos, online gambling. Alright, I feel like I can breathe now, though. It was basically very painful cough medicine. Rock and roll. What else? Sex. Bullet chess. That's the worst. What else? Drugs. I didn't inhale. Alright, guys. My esophagus feels so good, but I can breathe. That was some good cough medicine. Like brown beer. Brown beer or vodka? What do you prefer? That was Palinka. But I know, you see, I know where I'm at with the Palinka. With the brown beer, it's like deceptive. I didn't know where I was at. Sanchez-Traw undefeated. I lost. Somebody's got to beat him now. My tiebreaks are terrible. Did one of my opponents like leave? Did Eddie leave? Eddie must have left. Eddie Levi. Eddie left. He killed my tiebreaks. See, that's the other thing. If you leave, we tell people to withdraw. But leaving also like screws up other people's tiebreaks. Now I'm playing Goo. Goo to you. Oh, I'm glad you could make it, Nefedov. This is my... I mean, like, people wonder why I'm so pissed that I lost to the B5 Gambit. But, I mean, this is literally my only training for, like, the World Senior. I have no Hungarian Team Championship. No other tournaments. This is, you know, these streams are the only chance I get to practice for the World Senior. That's it. You know, 5.5 weeks. And my only practice is like online stream games. So please try to take the games and play real chess. Not like troll openings. So white's best move there is d4, but this is okay too. What he's doing is more of a defensive approach. It's fine. You don't have to play d4. That's like objectively white's best line. But it's not forced. I don't know why I'm playing this. Not my tournament repertoire, really. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played too many games with Goo. And I don't remember if we ever had this before. But I have had this line with other players. Yeah, this is normal. He's basically playing like he were black. And it was like I played... It's like I played the Nimzovich opening with 1b3. By the way, Asterbait, there's no way in fucking hell you should lose with white in the Nimzovich opening in like 15 moves against anybody. Not me, not Magnus Carlsen. That opening is too solid. You lost against me in like 15 moves because you went nuts. You played c5, you sacked a pawn, then the exchange, then you resigned. You need to stop and play the best moves. Really try to play the best moves. You're playing a very solid opening. You're playing b3. It's safe. It's solid. So long as you don't leave your king in the center. And there's no way in hell that playing that stuff you should lose a quick game. Not like you're playing the King's Gambit or something, you know. Then you can lose. You play the King's Gambit, I could see losing in less than 25 moves. But basically, I'm playing a Nimzovich. It's a solid positional opening. There's no way I'm losing this game in like 15 moves or less. You know, Goo's only fault here, so to speak, is handling the game in a passive way. He's playing like he's black. But still, it's fine. You know, he's not going to get in d4. I don't really like the way he did it with b3. I think the best way to play this, by the way, is a d3. Well, if you can't get in d4, then don't even bother. Play d3, and then you do the rook b1, sort of like a3, bishop d2, you know, try to play for b4. You want to get in this flank advance with b4. You don't need to waste time with that b3, and I think you're just weakening your dark squares. So this is a mistake. I think b3 is unnecessary. You're probably playing for b4 there. You should be playing for b4. Forget the b3. Now you end up playing for b4 anyway, but all you've really done is like played b3 and weakened your dark squares slightly. So I like black already. I can play a5, and maybe I should. But this is not without... This move is not without downsides. Not interesting move, bishop c3. I had a game like 20 years ago with this guy James Ellis. He's a national master from like Minnesota. I don't know if he's still alive, but he was older. But I remember I beat him in opposite color bishop in this type of position where like my dark square bishop was better than his white square bishop. I should have exchanged bishop takes b2. I like the move bishop c3. Do I take? Another interesting move is d5, counterintuitive. Probably not good. Too many white square weaknesses for me. Yeah, against Ellis, I managed to win opposite color bishop and rook in game, and queens. Well, queens are on the board too. But if I go like knight d4, knight d4, you know, knight d4, bishop d4, bishop d4, black is this much better, like a tiny bit better. But I really think that it still should be a draw. And ultimately, I don't know if any of you guys care, about chess at all, you're just here to waste time. But for those of you that do care about chess, you need to go back to move 3, and I know the truth about this position, that this move is probably not the best. If I really want to be, honest, I probably shouldn't play bishop takes f3. It's not really correct, so to speak. Now what do we do? This is a bad move by me. I shouldn't have exchanged on c3. Yeah, I was hoping he wouldn't. Accept this. Okay, maybe it's not bad. I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad. Let's think about it like a Nimzo. The position is rather abstract. It's complex. I don't know. Hello? I like his recapture on c3. You can't play d5, much like you were stopping away from playing d4 earlier. Yeah, I can't play d5. I weaken my white squares too much. There'd be stuff like take bishop h3 and this diagonal. The truth about this line is that it's a fucking dead draw. The whole variation is one big fat draw. If he wants to win, he has to do, like I said, he has to do d4 right away. I think that's the only attempt to win. The way he played it, he's like black and it's a draw, essentially. It's an oversimplification, but basically true. I mean, what I'm saying is like, it equates to like saying the Sveshnikov is a draw, which is basically true. The Sveshnikov is a draw. The Grunfeld is a draw. A lot of dynamic openings are draws, probably, with best possible play. The good thing is we're having fun and we're playing some creative game here. This was, but neither side went over the line. I'm not playing the St. George defense in this tournament for a reason. I'm trying to take the game seriously. That's why I got offended by Sack draw. He took it over the line. Creative is one thing, completely unsound is another. You need to have a sense. If the opening you're playing is so unsound that it's like lost, then let's not waste our time. There are other openings that are in a gray area, like the St. George defense. I'm playing a6 on move 1. Okay, that's like, I can't take offense to that necessarily. It's not that bad. Like, you have a lost position, or you're spotting me the game. But where to know the line? Wow, that's disappointing. I really didn't want to see a queen exchange. The good news is, the good news is I can take his bishop. Is that good news? It was a strong bishop. I have a better pawn structure. Well, I don't want to trade queens, dude. Bye-bye. So I think he kind of miscalculated something, If I can just avoid the exchange of queens there. He could have traded queens, though. So, I guess that's the way to go. He should trade queens on c7 and then recapture, and then he's fine. And now, I don't really like white's position. His king is not safe. Queen e7 is a move? Seriously? Wow. Queen e7? Oh my god. Are you serious? Wow. No, I'm taking on f4. No, I'm taking on f4, dude. No. That was the point. I have knight takes f4. No. Yeah. No, if it wasn't for knight f4, it would be playable. No, you're right. Like, I should have looked at it. I did, but I didn't look at it far enough. I should have double-checked that wasn't a serious threat. I just kind of dismissed it quickly. But now I don't like what he did. You know, I mean, this is like he's kind of gone over the edge here. Speaking of going over the edge, now white has gone over the edge. Oops! Oh no, I allowed f5. I don't have any threats. Yeah, well, no, Gu is kind of a crazy, undisciplined, self-taught player. But he's played pretty solidly here in this particular game until now. Now we have to consider, oh my god. Knight h4 check. King h3. Knight takes f3. Is my knight trapped? My knight is not trapped. But we also need to consider, you know, rook c6. Forcing queen d2. And then my rook is like completely in a shitty position. I like this move. Check, take the pawn, and then if he tries to trap my knight, can I like get it out of there? How am I going to get it out of there? It's not so simple. Check, king h3. Knight takes f3. And now let's say the knight has nowhere to go. He plays a neutral move. Well, I mean, what do you expect him to play? He has only one option. So now, I could probably get my knight out with Liquid Plumber. This is a terrible move. You've got a lot of time and you need to sort out a way to potentially like trap my knight, but you quickly play b4. There might be something better. You know, that move was played way too fast. I mean, it's a reasonable move, but you should probably take more time. Given that this is not, again, this is not sudden death time control. I don't think that white has a lost position. So don't play absolutely for time. He might have something better there. Maybe he doesn't have time to figure it out. Okay, fine. Totally the wrong move. No, maybe not. Totally the right move now. Well, my knight has a way out now. As Danny Kopeck would say. There's a sensible way out. Get me out of here, man. How about the end game? The point is, my knight is not trapped. I have a support outpost. Yeah, he should have played AB and not giving me that square. Opens the rook up to attack knight, it doesn't matter. No, he should have played the other way, keeping d4 under control. That's the square I was fighting for the whole game. That's why that whole pawn move was good in the first place. It kept my knight off of d4. It kept me from using d4. That was a massive mistake by white. What he just did there. He had to take the other way. Now, he may not be lost, but he totally compromised his position. Even if he's not lost, he's definitely worse now. He has a bad pawn structure. And now he's like forced into an ending where he's a pawn down. And he had plenty of time. You know, and don't forget, this guy's a fast player. 5 seconds a move is enough for him. You know, he doesn't need to play fast. One thing I see with a lot of players is that they can be fast players, they're afraid to be in time pressure. Even though they're fast players and they're good at playing fast, they're afraid to be in time pressure because they're not used to it, or they're not used to playing with increment. And Gu is a good fast player. He needs to be able to play and let his time go down to 5 seconds. He needs to be able to play with just 5 seconds per move, and he can, and I've seen him do it before. But he just ruined his position now. Alright, back rank. Yeah, F5. F5, baby. I don't know if I want to do that yet. There's no need to do that. I want to fix my structure so it's secure. I mean, because white is starting here. And my pawn is... My pawn. You guys like my pawn? I like my pawn. You have open file. I have pawn. Oh. So he has now active rooks. Open file. Maybe I didn't have anything better. No, is white losing here, or can he still save the game? Well, white is an unpleasant position, but he could possibly still not be lost. He's trying to play actively, which is good advice in general. This rook on a5, however, is really problematic. Pawn smile. Which way do I recapture? No, no, no. No, no. No, no. Takes. After takes, you have 4 isolated pawns. Oh, no, 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 no. No, you're not coming in there. King h4. It's like self-mate. He's playing for self-mate. Pawn smile. Now what could possibly go wrong? That's my file. No, no. Check and take. I might end up with my king on e5. He had a better move, probably trying to double on the 8th rank there. I would think. Oh, he's gonna go back to double. What's he gonna do? Rook d7. Rook b7. Oh, a4. No, no. I see. Uh-huh. My a4. Check. The a-pawn's pretty fast. I can win a piece. Let's see. f4, a6 takes. Should be good enough. I hope. a7 doesn't work. Yeah, I'm in trouble now. Phew. He could have, he probably could have played something better there. See how cagey he is? Tactically, very dangerous. King here. Ooh, I have a bad feeling about this. Look at that. Look at that move. I can't stop the pawn. Total chaos. See how dangerous he is? What the hell is going on here? He's not big on pawns. He doesn't do pawns, just pieces. Pieces pawns. Check. Three connect pass pawns and a knight against a rook. That's pretty sick. Well, that was fun. Gotta work on the pawns. He's very talented with pieces. Yeah, nice find. What about that position after rook c2 check, king b7? Am I lost? Damn. Wow. So it's like literally a draw. This is literally a draw. I mean, I don't know at what depth the computer needs to go here. Whew, that's a draw. Yeah, it's my only move. I have to do it. Takes in here, here, here. Three connected pass pawns against a rook. That's a crazy position. I was winning before, but I mean, miraculously, I was never lost there. And I made no inaccuracies in the whole game. One mistake and only two blunders. Go big or go home. Alright. Saxite draw, mercilessly defeating another opponent. That was Bright Eyes. Rip. Shame there's no Netog tonight. He's the only one that can beat Saxite draw. I played 8 games against Saxite draw. Only 8. Said we've played enough serious games. I don't think so. Alright. 1 minute to go till round 6. And, I guess Justman has left the building. Kelmax. Who else is left to play first board? Jeroen. Jeroen will play. Saxite draw. Jeroen is coming back. Not a lot of draws. There's been no draws in this tournament. Half-point buys in the first round. And no draws. Guys, look at that. There have been no draws in any games since the first round, which were half-point buys. Was there an actual draw at some point? No. There have been no draws in this tournament. That's pretty crazy. Rook takes c4 instead of f4. Yeah, when did I play f4? I don't remember. Well, the Palinka cured my cough, but now I feel like I drank something. Whoa, blue screen of death. Nefedov. Alright, it'll be a good game. Hold on a second. I gotta make a move. We can't play e4 against Nefedov. I can play for sure next week. You'll have to beat him for you. Yeah. Alright, Neta. But I can't deal with the normal Nefedov repertoire. Nefedov, play the Alekhine with b5. Alright. What are we gonna do? Oh, I tried the center attack against Nefedov last game. That was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea, boys and girls. No, Nefedov isn't a bulletproof repertoire. He can't be stopped. And don't waste your time, trying to think of new ideas. Confuse him in the opening. It's impossible. What if I play a Danish gambit? I'll just play the Scotch. I don't know what I'm doing. He's so confident. I literally don't know how to play the Scotch with white. Draw? No. There's been no draws in this tournament. That's pretty cool, huh? I think that's pretty cool. Maybe I played the Scotch like once against Nefedov. Maybe he shared a game once where he had to play against the Scotch. We played a lot of games. Saisaitra said we played enough serious games. I played 393 games against Nefedov. This is 394, and still I don't really intimately know him. And chess wise, just with beer drinking. A5. What is that? A5, my friend. My friend. Crazy. That's crazy. You played A5. What are you trying to do, man? Why do you want to hurt me? Is A5 a normal move there? Wow. Now we have two options. C4 or Queen E4. Queen E4. Queen B4 check. C3. Doesn't seem great. I prefer C4. Hope I didn't miscalculate something, like usual. Wow, what's that about? Does anybody know what the hell is going on here? Do you understand what the hell is going on? Alright. I'm out of here, man. Why don't you castle queenside? Are you gonna castle queenside? Seriously? I don't know how to play the Scotch. All I know is my king is safe, and your king's in the center of the board. Alls I know. Nedog, you're the man. Let me take him out next week. I can sack my queen. Pawn takes pawn, queen h5 check. g6. So I was thinking pawn takes pawn, rook e1. See, queenside castles. Did you check the opening book, Nefidov? Are we still in book? Okay, I have no clue what I'm doing. Rook e1. Well, I mean, it's a normal looking move. Getting my rook out of the pin. What if he moves his queen or something and his bishop comes out? He could play like queen f7. Oh my god, I called it. I called it. Do you trust black's position? Seriously? Jesus. That's crazy. This shit is crazy, man. Play like that. Speaking of maniacs, I was thinking of sacking my queen. If queen e2, bishop b4. I mean, that's the main idea. He has bishop b4 in a lot of situations. What does b3 do? Okay, my c-pawn is defended. Yeah, this is freaking scary. That's not as scary. Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Well, okay. Well, we'll just go here. What are you telling me? I'm going to have to play f4? Here we have another psychotic opponent. That's the thing, man, that surprises me so much. It's how fearless these opponents are. Same thing with Nefedov. He has 3 minutes more than me. How can you play so fast? And be sure about your moves. So confident. Remarkable. Remarkably confident. The one takeaway I've had in a lot of games in these type of variations is like oftentimes white can sacrifice a pawn. I mean, he's compromised his position like forever. Bishop on a6. His king is on c8. His king protection isn't normal, you know. And where's the long-term logic in black's play? Where's the love, man? the Pawnda making the moves are good. I know. The guy commentating. I mean, I don't have the first clue how to play the Scotch. Extremely complex. Opening. Upstarting is okay for black. But Nefedov has this, not the first time he's castled queenside, you know. Wouldn't be my choice. I'm not going for these variations with castling queenside on the black side of Scotch, man. I just don't see like why you want to do that. Only white can be better now. Equal material, but his king is questionable. And his bishop is questionable. He has no bishop, and he has no king. And now, maybe he survives, but I'm not sure if that's really a reasonable expectation. I have to admit, I didn't foresee all this. But I think it's partly down to, you know, we have a critical moment now. Partly down to, yeah, you can have my pawn, man. Have the pawn. Take my pawn and shove it. Queen e3 looks really scary, actually. And maybe it's too slow. But in worst case scenario, the worst possible scenario here is that I'm equal. There's no way that I'm worse. I wanted to sacrifice the pawn, but I decided that if I play like king h1, you know, could get kind of out of control. So now bishop on b7. That looks interesting. What is he going to do? Queen a7? Queen a7 is like Zugzwan. Is Queen a7 Zugzwan? Be funny. Middle game Zugzwan. Queen a7. Close. It's almost middle game Zugzwan. I mean, seriously. What the heck is he supposed to do? This is a disaster for black. He has d5. Okay, d6, b4. So the plan is very fluid. It's like this. With the two rooks over here. And I'm going to play b4. Especially if he goes d6, I play b4. Now my c pawn's protected. My f pawn's protected. If he plays c5, you know. Are you going to play d5 now? You have d5 now. Okay, well, what else was I going to do? So now he has d5. I don't think I had anything better there. Interesting position, d5. d5, b5, or d5 takes. Takes. Now Nefedov's getting out of control. He's officially out of control. And he has threats. I think we need to take the pawn. Queen takes e5. Or at least consider it. I'm probably going to lose now. Just like, this is like what happened against Sexac Draw. Everything was okay until f2 fell. And then, wow. I didn't intend for this to happen. My counterplay was too slow. He has too much compensation now. Queen f2 check. Well, I'm not threatening anything here, but so he can do whatever, like d4. d4 probably his best move. Four pawns each. I still have to argue that Black's king is less safe than mine. Even this late in the game. I mean, ultimately, am I still threatening the, you know, I say it in jest. No more throwing games, Nedog, like in the past. You've got good genes. Just like Ricardo Montalban. Nedog has the best genes. The Mexican migrants, like Mooney and Singh. Whoa, dude. Say, what happened? He didn't see c7 was hanging. No way. Maybe he saw it. Oh my god. I feel like there's some kind of trick here. Jordache, my favorite genes. Only the girls wore Jordache in high school. High school. Oh, Nefedov, what am I going to do with you? Rook f7. Queen f7. No. 34 seconds. But I could play Queen c5 check. It's probably some freaky draw. He gets doubled on the 7th. So why don't I take? Check. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Flag him. He missed that. Your only chance. You're not going to trick me so easily. I don't want to look at the analysis board. Was I ever lost? I didn't do it again. I did it again. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's the second game in a row where I had 0 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, and 1 blunder. You can't say I'm cheating. I let you even have a slight advantage. Nefedov, after queen takes f2 check, you were better by 0.3. And then you let me out again. Global warming is real. You equalized, and then you let me escape again. But the irony is that that's 2 games in a row where I had the exact same statistics. 0 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, and 1 blunder. The same as that last game we analyzed. You know, the interesting thing is this ending, though. Here. 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 If you trade, I take with the rook, not the pawn, and after rook takes b4, you know, I think you're not, this is not a simple draw, by the way. I mean, I guess it might be a draw theoretically, but it's not that easy. Nefedov just said I'm lucky because I always say that to him. How about the opening? I never played it. What's up? Yeah, I would play g6, but he plays a5, so this is some kind of super aggressive thing, man. I don't think you should do that against a higher rated player. Seriously. a5. That's really a psycho way to play. This is a psycho way to play with black. Everybody plays like a psycho against me. What is that? The Sector 1 again against the Ruin. It's going to be 7-0 with an average cent upon loss of like 15. Bright Eyes with the win. I'm in second place. That's right, baby. I missed bishop e4. No, I don't know, man. Nefedov, that's a very psycho way to play that. I mean, if you had to win against a low-rated player in the league, fine. But I don't think you should play the same way against a higher-rated player than you would against a lower-rated player. I mean, that's a seriously risky ass way of playing the black side of the scotch. I like knight c6 and I mean knight f6, but you don't have to castle queenside. I feel that should be reserved for really weak players that you know you have to beat. What's up, Dragonfly Hunter? Sorry you missed the beginning of the stream here. You always see that's counterintuitive. You know what, Dragonfly Hunter? I've heard that all my life, from some people, but I think that it may actually not be the right idea. But you could fine tune that. It depends. The Hail Mary idea against the higher rated players thing. I played a lot of closed tournaments, dude. I have a lot of experience playing like higher rated players who aren't, like way out of my league and stuff. There's a difference, right? You got to figure. Okay, there's a difference. There's playing way stronger players, and there's playing people who are a little bit stronger. You know what I mean? I always complain. I would be happy to have content. I don't care about content, Nefedov. Get out of here. He's talking about content. I have no viewers. You think I care about content? I'm never content. My average, you know what, I checked my, you know why I have no viewers? Because my viewership is between the ages of 18 and 45. Nefedov, you fit the demographic, because Nefedov is like 45 or something. You're almost out of the demographic, Nefedov. You're getting close to the edge. That's why you feel so disgruntled. Nefedov is a disgruntled viewer because he's approaching the upper limits of my demographic. Little kids don't watch my stream. They don't have the patience to watch my stream. That's why I only have like 20, 25 viewers every stream. And you're in the demographic if you're between the ages of 18 and like 45. So Nefedov is really reaching the edge. If I was more like Eric Rosen, I could appeal to little kids, you know. I didn't mean it like that, Eric, sorry. But, I don't know about that. But I'm just saying I don't make an effort to appeal to kids. I don't teach kids. I try to avoid them because I hate their parents. Saw that some lady had made like a teacher made a viral video recently. That they quit teaching because they hated the parents. Well, yeah, long story short, that's why I quit teaching kids chess very long time ago. Oh, I went to play poker on Saturday night, and I was playing with these guys, and they were very social. Some Hungarians. They were very social guys who weren't bad players, but they weren't pro players. They were just out to have fun, and they were drinking and socializing, not like the regs, you know, just like normal people who work and are pretty smart, but not pro players. And we were talking and joking, and it was funny because immediately it came the question, why do you live in Hungary? It was so funny. I was just like, what do you, like, watch my stream or something? That's the $1 million question. Dude, remember, guys, we saw a game long time ago. We did analysis stream. Mr. Slow. It was Mr. Slow. It was Velimirovich, right? Velimirovich sacked a piece. Your Hungarian friend died of cancer some years back. Well, they flew to Boston. Well, these guys were interesting. You know, a lot of Hungarians are kind of, I don't know, depressed. And these guys were very jovial, and they seemed like they had money and they had good jobs, and they were kind of European, educated. You know, they wouldn't be Trump voters if they were like living in the States, let's just say. I don't think they're Orban supporters from the village. These were intellectual, well-to-do, middle-aged, working-aged Hungarian guys who were smart, and they were like, why do you live in Hungary, you know? I was like, I'm here to escape Donald Trump. They don't understand. They have Orban here, you know. Everybody still thinks like America is like some kind of, even, you know, smart, educated people. They're just like, why are you living in Hungary? They probably don't even work here. They just come back to visit their family and like live in Sweden or something. I have to keep coming up with reasons why I live here. Escaping the Taliban, escaping Bin Laden, escaping Al Qaeda, avoiding Donald Trump, passing the savings on to the consumer. It doesn't make sense though. Like, you leave America. If you leave America because of Donald Trump, why would you live in a country where Orban is the prime minister? That doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, so when I say that, the people are like, that's not really a good excuse. How did I get on the subject anyway? Well, the number one question, why do you live in Hungary? Typical. Why? I'm talking about my audience, right? My audience is always asking me this question. Bright Eyes. Bright Eyes is getting smothered mated. Study this, mofo. Right? How do I win this game? I don't think the Bright Eyes is really on today. Oh, got a Swedish flag there from Setlandon. No, I'm just saying, for example, a lot of Hungarians, they might, like I know one guy who lives in the UK, he works there, comes back every other week. I knew another guy who was a doctor in Sweden. There's a huge brain drain in Hungary, and so almost everyone who's smart will leave the country and work in some other European country. But from my perspective, it's a very different situation. I work online. It doesn't really matter where I live. I'm like a, what do you call it? One of those. Dude, seriously? Bright Eyes is smoking. What are you smoking, bro? Bright Eyes is smoking the rich ganja. Smothered mate, baby. Thank you for the easy win. Sex I draw? Is that 7 rounds? We're done? Oh no. It was so early. Yes! Oh, Nefedov can do it. Nefedov's a freaking monster, man. He played the 4 pawns attack. You know what this is, right? This is the 4 pawns attack. I know a 4 pawns attack when I see a 4 pawns attack. Saxatrov played the Aliakin against Nefedov. Big mistake, bro. Nefedov is a 4 pawns attack meister. I will not generally avoid going into 4 pawns attacks. It seems like one of Nefedov's better openings. So Saxac draw has nothing against the 4 pawns attack but the sort of standard defensive line, which isn't good enough. But I think he'll get away with a draw, probably. Nefedov doesn't have a killer instinct. He's competitive. He just doesn't really like to lose. If you give him a draw, he'll be happy. But he just wants a little bit of respect. He's stronger than you think. But he also is not a pro, and he makes some kind of blunders occasionally. Nefedov probably could have been a very strong player, I would say, if he put his mind to it and he was properly trained. He has a very systematic approach, and fundamentals are good with Nefedov. But you see the blunders that are occasionally coming in, and then of course the openings are spotty, where he's got some very good lines and some other lines that kind of inconsistent. Also, I don't think he truly understands himself stylistically. You were trained by Murray Turnbuckle, $2 a game. Do you ever remember a time before $2 a game, Dragonfly Hunter? Was there ever $1 a game? There must have been a $1 game back in the 80s or something like that. No? You couldn't have started at $2 a game. $1.50? $1.50? In those days, maybe he went from $1 to $1.50. $1.50, somewhere in the middle. But it was a lesson, right? He used to advertise chess lessons. So game was a lesson, technically. And if you won, he got paid anyway, technically. There was an era where it was unclear if playing for money, was legal or not, and there were cases where that was tested. I think in most cases, in most states, because chess is a game of skill, it was upheld that you could play for money, since it wasn't technically gambling. Murray talked about this sometimes. We had conversations when, when he wasn't playing and I was there. I was playing, and we're hanging out next to each other. I used to always let him have his table. I didn't try to take it away or anything. When he put in the time, even if I was stronger, isn't it just money for the game? That's the way it was with Murray Turnbull, but with a lot of hustlers, that's not how it is. You're gambling, if you go to Washington Square Park and you play people for money, you're not just paying them to play, you're playing for the money. So whoever wins the money. I went to Washington Square Park. If I played Emery Tate when he was there, or I played Asa Hoffman at the Marshall. If I played Asa Hoffman, the oldest hustler I know, he wasn't just getting money to play me games. You were playing for money. That's the way a classic hustler plays. When I played Asa, whoever wins, Asa tried to hustle me when I was like 11 years old. Well, 12 or something like that. That was funny. But I didn't play him. But I just remember that. He was trying to get anybody to play for money. Back in 1986, 85. No, Murray's system is the less common, where you're just paying the guy to play you. The more common cafe hustler situation is that the winner takes the money. You're not guaranteed to get get your money. But Murray did that as a way of avoiding any question about the gambling status of what he's doing, which in the 80s, I guess, the late 80s was still unclear. I remember talking about it, and I think in New York they had some kind of actual court case. Not in Boston, but in New York City, they probably had some actual legal case where it came up, and the defendant wasn't guilty because chess is effectively a game of skill, and so it's not gambling if you're playing a game of skill. You could also play the chess shop in the village. Yeah, I remember. Oh, you pay for the table and pay for the time. Right. Well, you would basically rent the table. You're paying for the time. The chess shop, you would just rent a table for an hour. I remember, it was nicer than Washington Square Park, and I remember playing some weaker hustler there who he had a rigged clock. Sweet Pea. Did you ever play him? He was this kind of chubby black guy. He was probably 2250 strength, but tricky, and he based his game on this cheating clock that if you didn't know him, Right. Yeah, he lived there in Soho or something at one point. Rigged clock where it was running faster on one side. We're talking analog clock. I had a clock like that by accident once. I got a clock for a prize, and it was a BHB, the cheapest analog clocks. And it literally was not functioning properly. And so one side always was faster than the other. But I didn't even realize it till my roommate pointed it out to me at one point. I wouldn't have even noticed, They were really cheap clocks, the cheapest clock you could buy. so naturally, like, the quality wasn't there. It wasn't like German engineering. The flags were really small. It was hard to tell if he won. I mean, it's hard to tell how much time you had left. The flags. John Fedorovich said that was his favorite clock because he didn't want to know how much time he had. And he always had, like, it had little buttons and easy to knock it over. And Nefedov is just going crazy. Oh no. Nefedov smoked too many brown beers. Yeah, make sure you lose. Jesus, dude. What is going on? What is going on here? How are those knights doing on the queen side? There was no need for Nefedov to go crazy there. Don't panic. Panic. Can we panic now? Jesus, dude. Wait, don't panic. Don't panic. Nefedov, play your only move. Play your only move. Come on. You got this. You got this, Nefedov. You got this. Come on. You got this, Nefedov. What are you thinking about? You only have one move. Jesus Christ, play it. Nefedov, play the move. G3. He lost on time. Played rook G3. Oh my god. He doesn't play G3, and you know why? Because he didn't see he had Queen H6 covers D2. Now, he may be lost, but he has to do this. I think he just, like... Okay, maybe he's lost anyway. But he... my feeling was like he thought the black had this. You know, or something. You have to play G3. He's, like, tanking there. Black had rook F1 mate. Yeah, this was weird. Nefedov had plenty of time. He's fine. He sacked a pawn. And I would say he has compensation for sacrificed pawn. I have no problem with the way he played this game. After something normal like knight e4, you're threatening bishop c5. And, you know, why did he sack a piece on h6? Damn, even queen h4 wins. How sick is that? Jacob Benoni. No, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to find anything after g3. He's down a piece. He couldn't save the game anyway, but I just don't understand why he's thinking there, you know, like he doesn't see that g3 is playable. That was weird. I mean, you're in time pressure. He has to play g3. Yeah, he played a great game, but with a minute 24, he couldn't find a knockout. Then he used too much time, but then he sacrificed his bishop. Why? That's he's like he's bothered by your time pressure. He's not used to playing with increment, I guess. Though he should be with all the games with me. Bishop d4. Yeah, I mean this line is very good for white. Black cannot equalize here. You can't equalize against the 4 pawns attack. There is no way. So a3 is a mistake, weakening the queen side. You could play king h1. That was played. Or h3. Pashtiaron, Hungarian prodigy. who made a GM Norm in a tournament I played in February. Cocky but talented kid. Yeah, but I mean he's beating old. I am my age who's just not motivated, but yeah, this line is bad for black. There's no way, dude. Yeah, but this line is just bad. There's no dynamic stuff. You know, the 4 pawns attack is just a problem. There's just Robson Naroditsky. The 4 pawns attack is like game over, dude. I wouldn't play like I don't think you can play the Alekhine on a high level. It's suicide. The best you can get is -0.6. It's pretty bad. You can watch Bortnick all you want, man, but you know Bortnick is going to lose here to top players. ICTs. I'm telling you. That doesn't matter, bro. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dude. This is real chess. We're not talking about 3+1. We're talking about real chess. I'm not talking about the Title Tuesday and crap like that. We're talking about real chess, actual chess. No. That's fake news. It's like you're talking about propaganda. You know, propaganda. 3+1 is propaganda. It's garbage. You know, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. My stream is about real chess, not 3+1 or 1+0 or 2+0. Yeah, dude, are you listening to me? It isn't +1 yet. You know, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad in all lines. It's enough. You know, he's not surviving against top players. This is all you need to know, dude. Right here. This is game over. Robson Naroditsky. That's all you need to know. It's over. 0.7 and Naroditsky had no chance, bro. You know. It's a model game. But you know, don't listen to me. Why are you watching my stream if you don't believe what I say? You know, this is bad. And Bortnick isn't going to be playing in any top level tournaments soon. But he might be an exciting streamer to watch play 3+1, but that's not interesting to me. You know, I'm trying to play whatever, dude. I'm trying to preach to the converted. I don't know why I bother trying to help people. Alright, guys. Yeah, it's a bad opening. But anyway, so we got Sextech draw with 7-0. 7-0. He's a little underrated. 22-28. I managed 6 points. Goo gets 3rd place. How did you do that? How did Goo do that? He lost 3 games in a row and somehow snuck into 3rd place ahead of these other guys. Starting off with 2. Lost 3 in a row. Won the last round. He beat Jeroen. Jeroen finished with a couple losses in the last rounds. That was a tough break. Jeroen gets the 4 points. He wins 3rd place. Nos, thanks for playing. Deep Wolverine with 3 points. Chessman with 2.5. Kelmax with 2.5. Asterbait with 2. Nefedov with 2.5. Sorry, Neta, you tried. Well, I've played the Alekhine in tournaments, you know, and I can tell you that it's not a good opening. But it's fun to play in Blitz or something like that. Alright, well anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for playing. Have a great night. Bye-bye.